Breakfast, lunch and dinner, power and transport, a house to live in and a bed to sleep in, education and medication. These are all things that we have. Another thing that we all have is being ungrateful for what we have. These are also all things that people in Africa don't have. They celebrate it if they make it to the age of 7. School. I'm sure all of you have complained about going at least once in your life. You could do so many other things instead, like shopping, playing on the PlayStation, or even just staying home so you can have a sleep in. But why do you complain? School gives you so much for such a little cost, and all you can do is complain about it. What would you do with your life if you didn't have school, making you smarter and therefore able to get better careers? People in third world countries dream about how they wish to go to school, but this isn't an option for most of them. I heard a story about a family with lots of kids that wanted to go to school but couldn't because they didn't have a pencil. They worked so hard to afford a pencil and ended up going to school and all sharing that one pencil until there was nothing left. What about where you live and where you sleep? Even if you have the grottiest house in TA, I'm sure it's much better than the houses they live in. Shacks made out of dirt and branches. The entire space of their house, the size of most of your bedrooms. Your tool shed or garage would be like a palace to them. And what about those people that don't even have a home? We even have some in New Zealand. People are begging on the streets while you're complaining that your house has a leak or it isn't warm enough. How about food? People in third world countries are dying of malnutrition every day while you're sitting on the couch mindlessly eating. In one day, the amount of food that you eat would be enough to feed lots of families in Africa. It would be like having to share your lunch with all of your class. You may not like everything that you've been served up in your life, but next time you're complaining and chucking it in the bin, think about how that amount of food could save someone's life. Every one of us will have been to the doctors, sometimes even for minor things that the doctors just prescribe Panadol for. We don't like going to the doctors, but why is this? Is it because it smells of antibacterial cleaner? Or that the doctor has to use that freezing stethoscope? Or is it those awful immunisations that we have to endure? Oh, I know. It's because we don't understand what a privilege it is to be protected against things that kill people in other countries. So next time you're complaining about something like these examples, think about how lucky you are and try to stop yourself complaining. Try to thank your parents for paying for medication or letting you go to school. Maybe even think about sponsoring a child. They're a really good example of how to be grateful. Finally, try to be positive. Your life isn't half as bad as you think.